I'm Steve, and this is CC Garage. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back. Well, if you watched our last video on the truck, we did our step notches, bags, bridge, all that fun stuff. Well, if you noticed, there's one thing that's missing. Something that goes right about here. That would be our track bar. Goes from there, and we have to build a mount down here. So we did that one video where we did the budget one, where it was 30 bucks from a parts store, and that worked out pretty well. But going this low, there's no way to use it. So what we were going to do is chop this apart and make it work for what we need. So pretty much, we're gonna keep this end that's got the adjuster on it. We're gonna cut this end off so we can shorten the tube. We have to build a mount that goes right there. That way we can keep the axle centered, because right now, like, if I lift up the back of the truck, it wants to sway, which is not good in my opinion for the bags, because I don't know how durable they are, if they would rip if they go side to side too much, but I don't really want to take that chance. So right now I'm cleaning up the garage so that way we can get the truck back in there, because there is a lot of stuff everywhere. But we're gonna go ahead, get that cleaned up, get the truck back in there, take some measurements, cut some templates, cut that track bar, and hopefully make everything work, because later on today, well, today's actually a pretty busy day. Later on today is a car show that I'm trying to get this done for, but YouTube kind of slows everything down trying to record progress. So we're gonna try to hurry up, get this project done so we get the truck there, get the truck back, and then I will be racing. So that will, well, I'll be racing at a bump and run, so that'll probably be another episode in itself, but stay tuned. So for the mount, we got the steel plate. This is part of the frame that we cut off. So pretty much we need the base of the mount to be wide enough for that, and then we will have to have two tabs that will come out on both sides. One is going to be longer because the whole mount is going to be cockeyed, just because the way that mount goes on the axle. So we're going to go ahead, should probably hit this with the flap wheel real quick, but we're going to go ahead and figure out how wide this needs to be, cut it, and then we have a couple more pieces over there that we'll chop up so we can build our side mounts, and then we'll have to plate the top just a little bit so that way it gives it stability. But let's go ahead, take a measurement, get our grinder from the mess I didn't clean up, and cut this plate. It needs to be, or the base plate needs to be 2 inches wide. We got our mark, we got our cutoff wheel, we got our eye protection. So now that we have our base plate, what we have to do is figure out how far out these tabs need to come. So we're going to go ahead and grab some cardboard, make some templates. So we have our cardboard. This is a little bit thinner than a cardboard, or than a cereal box maybe. A cereal box cardboard would actually work really nice though. So we have a Sharpie, and it works, cool. Let's see, our base plate, see, we'll come out here in the middle. We'll just make a whole template for the bracket. So our base plate, we'll center this in the middle of the cardboard, is 2 inches. So this will be our base plate, which is 3 inches tall. Actually, I should have did this the other way. Should have started right at the bottom, so that way we can cut this out and be that much easier. So we need to cut this line, but we're going to cut all the way across this paper, the cardboard. So, don't need that anymore, or the tape that came off it. Go ahead and cut down about a third. Cut up about a third on the other side. Just make it that much easier to bend. Bend where you need it, want it to bend. So it's gonna sit in there. But I know the mount is actually gonna be off to one side like that because the way it's gonna mount on the C-notch. So worst case, it'll come over that far, so go ahead and chop right there. Get rid of all this extra material. Just gonna eyeball the other side. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna measure on our plate right here how wide we need the ears to be. Cut them off, and then we will clamp this onto the C-notch on the truck, and then be able to figure out what angle, measure everything, make sure everything's symmetrical, and then fully weld it, figure out where our holes need to be, which hopefully we can actually be able to use this one because that would be cool. Otherwise I'll end up just filling it in. But we're gonna go ahead, measure, and cut. Here is about 3 inches wide. Got that marked. On this one, we'll measure over. Actually, I'll flip this over. We'll measure from the back side that we just cut. That'll actually leave us just a little tab that we cut off that we can use that to actually weld back on later for a brace. Thought somebody's here. So I think what we might do is we might clamp that plate right on here. We're gonna have to cover up all this stuff. We'll clamp that plate on here, and then we're gonna go cut our bar down real quick. And let's go cut our bar down. Don't even touch the tailgate getting in and out. Guess that's a plus, but so much stuff to do. We're not gonna measure, we're just gonna cut. So we'll take this out and see if that was enough. I don't feel like measuring. I'll cut 10 times if I have to. Probably not the attitude to have, but I gotta get it done. That's why you just take little baby cuts off and go from there. Ooh, and don't drop stuff under the truck. Plus, if I did cut it too short, I have like, I don't know, 3 inches of adjustability. So I'm not too worried about it. And we're gonna take the zip tie off so that way we can drop our wires and stuff down out of the way. Right, let's go weld this bar up. So this is our setup. Hopefully that's a good ground. Got a spacer under here, that way that's where it's supposed to be. Power. Nice welds. So I think we're just gonna carry the welder out because I don't feel like moving the truck all over. That line out of the way, these lines out of the way. Be about right there, so go grab some clamps. This back inside and go ahead and clean it up, square it up, clean it up, paint it, drill our holes, and weld it onto the C-notch. So let's go get to that. So we're gonna go ahead, use our stepper bit, drill this out. We'll switch to a bigger stepper bit because the bolt's not gonna fit through this one. We got our one hole drilled, we flipped it over. We're gonna start out with a small stepper bit, switch to the big one, get all the way through. We'll clean this up, weld it on the frame, because we are running out of time. So we got our mount tacked in pretty good. We got our bar done. We got this adjusted. We got to get that tightened down, get this tightened down, put our airline back on. It's good. So there you guys have it. We got everything finished up back here now. We got our track bar. Actually, get in here. So we got a couple nice tacks on there. That's on there nice and solid, bolted on. We got this adjusted right now, so that way it's pretty much center. But I think what I'm going to do is cut these tacks off. I think I'm going to move this mount down, because the issue that I'm having is, well, I guess it's not too much of an issue, but when you go up with it, I mean, it's not too bad right now, so you can tell it's kind of off to the side a little bit. But I know for that bag right there, I can actually slide that base plate over, and I might do the same thing to that one just to kind of compensate a little bit. But I think having that mount lower should actually help out. I'd say quite a bit, but I don't know. But hopefully this video helps you guys out. Hopefully you stuck around. Hopefully you hit that like button, and see you on the next one.